Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start second part of the lesson, The Sound of the Music, which is titled as The Sehnai of Bismillah Khan. You have well known the name of Bismillah Khan, who is popular for his playing instrument, which is named as Sehnai. How the word Sehnai formed and what was the story behind it, we will come to know during this chapter. This chapter gives in brief the life story of the great musician Bismillah Khan. He is a Sehnai maestro. It also tells us about the origin of the Sehnai. As we talk about Bismillah Khan, who is one of the great personalities of Hindustani music, he belongs to the Banaras Gharana. He was born in Dumrao in Bihar. His interest in music was visible from his childhood, and as a Sehnai player, he has won national and international awards. He has traveled all over the world. He has also been awarded the nation's highest award, Bharat Ratna. Bismillah Khan thinks that music can bridge the gap between different communities. So he wants that music should be made a compulsory subject in school. And as a Sehnai player, he was very popular, not in our India but also in foreign countries. He was well reputed by their mosques and people. Let's start chapter line by line. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemaker. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sound were produced. This paragraph shows us about the origin of the Indian musical instrument Sehnai. It also gives the life story of the great Sehnai player Bismillah Khan. It is said that in the past, a musical instrument called pungi used to be played in palaces before the kings and nawabs. But the Emperor Aurangzeb did not like the shrill and unpleasant sound of the pungi, so he banned the playing of musical instrument in the royal residence. But when it was banned, there was a barber who belonged to a family of musicians. He had access to royal palace. He tried hard to improve the tonal quality of the instrument. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the original pungi, which was banned by Aurangzeb. He carved the 7 holes on the body of the instrument, and when he played on it, an impressive sonorous tonal sound was produced. The barber played it before the king and his courtiers. Everybody was impressed, and by this, because it was played by a Nai in the court of Aurangzeb, in the Shah, presence of Shah, so it was known as Sehnai. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument so different from the pungi has to be given a name, as the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chamber and was played by a Nai barber. The instrument was named the Sehnai. Here you can watch the figure, and let's start second part of the lesson. The sound of the Sehnai began to be considered auspicious, and for the reason it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. In the past, the Sehnai was part of the Naubat, a traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. Till recently, it was used only in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to the Ustad Bismillah Khan. Here there is another story about the origin of Sehnai. The original Sehnai players were mostly employed in temples. They played the Sehnai before the images at various times of the day. It was also played on North Indian wedding and every auspicious occasion. Gradually, the Sehnai became very popular, and Ustad Bismillah Khan is known as the greatest Sehnai player, and where he was born and what belonged to him, from where he got his origin, is mentioned in third paragraph. Let's start it. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played gilli danda near a pond in the ancient state of Dumrao in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaj. This happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. Bismillah Khan, as a 5-year-old boy, used to play gilli danda near a pond in Dumrao, where he was born. After playing, he generally went to a nearby temple called Biharji temple. A live would sit there and sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, a song which was sung in those times in Bhojpuri. The local Maharaj was pleased to hear him sing. At the age of 3, he went to Banaras, and there his maternal uncle helped him, and as the time decays, he earned name and fame gradually and become a successful Sehnai player of India. Next paragraph. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasool Bakhsh Khan was the Sehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's Court. His father Paigambar Bakhsh and other paternal ancestors were also great Sehnai players. Means his whole family was musicians, and there was each person of his family was known for their art, and main art was to play music. So he also chose same business and same occupation like his family members, and he also become very popular just like his family members. Okay students,